This week's Torah reading, read Parshas Korach, which is the unfortunate story of a man named Korach who was a great leader of the Jewish people at times in the desert when they're traveling to the land of Israel. Yet, unfortunately, he was overcome with jealousy. Overcome with jealousy over his cousin Moses. Moses, we know, the great leader. And he felt that leadership should be transferred over from Moses to himself or to his children. And he had a little bit of a revolution with people. He gathered people together. He got them on his side, saying it's not fair, people should take turns, and so on and so forth. And ultimately, he did not succeed, and God was very angry at him, and they had a terrible death. His whole group, 250 men involved. And we see over here the severity of arguing with people, starting fights with people. And it doesn't mean we always have to agree with everyone. We always have to double and triple, quadruple check exactly what are our motivations behind it. Because we learn from the Torah that his motivations were not pure. Someone who has pure motivations, you could ask a question, make a comment, try to get to the truth. But ultimately, if you're the one who is wrong, you'll recognize it and you'll step back. Unfortunately, Korach did not do that. And his own personal reasons why he wanted to make this revolution ultimately came to his demise. And it's important to us to always understand exactly what's motivating us. Good morning, everyone. This week we start the book of Numbers, Parshat Bamidbar, which starts out with a very, very detailed counting of the Jewish people, counting each tribe, each family. And the question is, why is it so important to count? Sometimes details make things complicated, make things hard to remember. And sometimes you remember round numbers much easier than these small, exact numbers, each tribe, how many people exactly. Why is it so important to be so exact? So I heard a beautiful answer. Sometimes we think as numbers and math as things that get in the way of simplicity of life. Why do we make things so complicated with exact hours, to the minute, to the second? The answer is the more precise we are in life, the more real it is. If I tell you, I'm going to go to buy you a gift sometime this year, but I don't say which day, which week, which month, it doesn't really mean so much to you. You don't know when you're going to get it. Maybe you're not really going to get it. I'm not so serious. But if I say, next Wednesday, exactly 3 o'clock and 3:05, I'm going to the store and I'll be home at 3:14 and 12 seconds, that makes it very real. I got to be there on time with that present. So the same thing is with the counting of the Jewish people. The more numbers we have, the more exact we are, the more precise and real it makes our Judaism into what it is. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabitz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushma ho'yachad L'shem sefer ez v'lesila Chad odi l'kras kala Nehi Shabbos nekabela L'kras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki hi mikor habiracha Meirosh mikedem nisucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavot chila L'chad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Mikdash melech Ir melucha Kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach shevet b'yimekabacha V'hu yachamol Alayichem la'lechad odi l'kras kala Nei Shabbos nekabela Hisnari me'afar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chalmi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi yahala lechad odi l'kras kala Nehi Shabbos nekabela Hisariri Kiva Horecho Meyore Ore Shir Dabering Avod Hashem Alayich Nigla Lecha Dodi Lekras Kala Nei Shabbos Nekabela V'Hayulim Shisa Shahosayich V'Rachaku Kameh V'Halayich Yasis Alayich Elokayich Kim Soscha Sanal Kala Lecha Dodi Lekras Kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela yamin usmal tehefrotzi v'yes Hashem daritzi al yad ben yishai beit aloch mikarva el nafshi ala lecha dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela b'wi b'shalom Ateres b'ala gamberina ovitzahala Tochem uneyam segula b'wi kala lecha dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela. In the back and forth, the debate between Korach and Moshe, so miracles were occurring on the side of Moshe. And Aaron, his staff, turned to flowers. And other things happened, the ground opened up. And the question is, why is it so extreme? Why did we have to prove so much beyond a shadow of a doubt that Moses was right and Korach was wrong? There could have been other ways, simpler ways without creating miracles. God doesn't like to create miracles unless he really has to. Why there are so many miracles over here just to prove someone was wrong? And the answer, this is the point exactly. When God gets when there's fighting, God even himself gets involved. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like fighting, and he needs to do whatever he can to break up that fight as quickly as possible. And in this case, having the miracles occur against Korach was that way. He needed to end the fighting between all of us. That's such an important lesson, that fighting is so bad for all of us as a nation, as a people around us, and God himself gets involved to stop it. It makes us think a little bit before we have an argument with someone, a disagreement. Of course, we don't have to agree with everyone all the time, but there are ways to disagree, do it appropriately, do it in an honorable way, and when we do that, that makes God happy, because then we're able to voice our opinions in a pleasant manner as opposed to an unpleasant manner, which is unfortunately was Korach's final demise. We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra V'Yeis Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hoveh V'Yiyeh B'Sifara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira V'li Reishis V'li Sachlis V'lo Ha'od V'Hamizra V'hu Keli V'Chai Goali V'Tor Chevli V'Yeis Nasa V'hu Nisi Umanosli Minas Kosi B'Yom Ekra B'Yahado Avkid Ruchi V'Yeis Ishan V'Yahira V'Yim Ruchi Gev'Yasi Ado Shemli V'Lo V'Ira. And have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.